How are we feeling, Oilers fans? Oh my God. The Oilers, they steal 2 from Vegas in Vegas. They go up 2-0 against the Golden Knights with an overtime victory by Leon Draisaitl. And Connor McDavid broke Jack Eichel's ankles. And did Victor Arvidsson get away with a horrible missed tripping call on Brayden McNabb? Absolutely, he did. We have a few things to discuss in this post-game fan reaction. Listen, if I'm sweaty, if I seem tired, if I seem a little bit off right now, I'm just recording after the live stream. I'm not doing any questions or comments from fans because this game went obviously later than we were anticipating. The Edmonton Oilers had a 2-goal lead in the third period, and now we are used to the Oilers coming back in games, but tonight, Vegas was like, hold on, right? We're not going to go down without a fight. I don't care if we're down 4-2 in the third. We are going to push back and push against the Edmonton Oilers, and they did. They really did it. In my opinion, Vegas probably deserved the win. Listen, Vegas fans, that's not going to make you feel better, right? Obviously, I think Vegas deserved the win. I think they had the better chances. I think they controlled the play more. I think Edmonton was shooting themselves in the foot over and over and over. And I think they did absolutely get away with a horrible missed penalty at the end of overtime before Draisaitl won it. That is a brutal missed call, considering the Oilers also were gifted a 5-minute power play after a cross-check to the face of Trent Frederic. Now, listen. Was that a 5-minute major? Yes. You have to have control of your stick. You cannot just cross-check someone in the head, no matter how much you were saying you were trying to go for the puck. At the end of the day, a full cross-check into someone's face, that's going to be a 5-minute major. And the Oilers, oh my God, their power play sucks. And Vegas's penalty kill is great, right? That's kind of what the narrative is. Is their penalty kill good, or is Edmonton's power play bad? Is it a combination of both? No, Vegas, they actually, terrific game plan against Edmonton. They're just letting McDavid and Draisaitl hold on to the puck on the perimeter. That is their game plan. Hey, if they're going to just circle around and skate around the perimeter, you might as well just let them keep doing that. And that's what they were doing. Now, Bouchard, he had a couple looks, but Vegas is happy to give up shots from the point. They're happy to give up shots from distance because Adin Hill can make those saves if he sees the puck. However, in speaking of Adin Hill, I think there are 3 goals against him tonight that he would want back. Vasily Podkolzin's goal, Darnell Nurse's goal, and what was the other one that I was thinking of? Jake Wallman's goal, although I think that went off of Brayden McNabb's legs. Sorry, my apologies. We are going to talk about every goal for Edmonton. We are going to go on the NHL Edge visualizer. And then, of course, we're going to wrap things up. Normally, I do a question and answer period from the fans. Usually, I take questions from Twitter or X.com. But tonight, I'm not doing that. It is a late post-game fan reaction. The Oilers, I think, were lucky to steal one. And my first start of the game, I'm just going to be straight up and honest with everyone. It's Calvin Pickard, right? Like, if we are not giving Calvin Pickard his flowers tonight, if we are not saying that he is the guy that gave Edmonton that opportunity to win, especially in overtime, don't even get me started with the overtime period for the Edmonton Oilers. They came out so slow. They were so slow in that overtime. It was awful. And Vegas had opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. They were coming wave after wave after wave. And Calvin Pickard consistently kept making those big saves. And that is absolutely key for Edmonton being able to come back and find a way to win a hockey game for the 6th straight time. Yes, this is the 6th straight comeback win for Edmonton. Oh my God, can they just win a game like a normal team? Just once, right? Can they just for once win a game like a normal hockey team? I would have loved to just see them hold on to the 4-2 lead, maybe get an empty netter. You win 5-2 and y'all feel good heading back to Edmonton. No, they have to make things super difficult. Chris Knobloch has to decide, you know what? I'm just going to change all the lines for some reason after Vegas scores on the power play to make it 4-3. And we're going to roll with it. Let's just change all the lines. And Vegas has all the pressure in the world. Oh my goodness. But the Oilers, listen, Oilers fans, a lot of you are probably like, yo, can we talk about the Oilers for once instead of Vegas? Yes. Listen here. Sometimes you got to be good to be lucky. You got to be lucky to be good. Good teams find ways to win hockey games, right? Now, I'm obviously not saying that Edmonton shouldn't have won or that they didn't deserve to win. But this was absolutely a game that they stole from the Vegas Golden Knights. And in the live chat tonight, you had a lot of people being like, yo, if Stuart Skinner was in the crease, Vegas probably wins like 7-4. You know, they're all making their jokes. And listen, I understand. Obviously, Calvin Pickard was huge. But the Oilers are in big, big trouble here if they don't figure out their special teams, especially their penalty kill. Vegas tonight on the power play, they were 2 for 4, and the Oilers were 0 for 3. And they had a 5-minute power play. That is unacceptable. I would imagine Edmonton heading back home during practice, if they go on the ice tomorrow or maybe even morning skate on Saturday morning before game 3, they have to work on that power play. They have nothing going right now with the power play. It is abysmal. It is embarrassing. It is sad. It makes me depresso, man. Like, we're trying to just have fun and enjoy ourselves, and the Oilers' power play and their special teams have been awful. If you take a look at my keys to the game, number 1 key to the game, number 2 for Edmonton was discipline, and then for the Golden Knights, it was special teams. The Golden Knights won the special teams battle. Of course, I predicted a 5-3 Oilers win. It ended up being 5-4 in overtime. Look at Bud Colson. Look at that. I had Bud Colson as my player to watch. You love to see that. Bud Golson, right? Vasily Podkolzin or Vasily Podzilla, like Godzilla. You know what I'm saying? Come on. You all know what I'm talking about. It's a great time. Victory chain. Let's get into some of the goals for the NHL Edge Visualizer. Now, Edmonton got the ball rolling with Jake Wallman. It was a 4th line shift for the Oilers. Chris Knobloch, please play this 4th line just a little bit more. We love the 4th line for Edmonton. Arvidsson plays it around to Bud Colson. Wallman with the shot. I think it did go off of Brayden McNabb's leg or foot or whatever the situation was. It ended up in the back of the net. That tied the game at the time. And then the Oilers, they kept pushing. They're like, you know what? Why stop there when we can just keep pushing? And this was a goal by Vasily Podkolzin. I keep saying Victor Podkolzin. No, it's Vasily Podkolzin. Podkolzin walks into the middle of the ice, and a shot from distance beats Adin Hill. Obviously, as a Vegas fan, you want to save there. Adin Hill should not be giving up goals from that area of the ice, but he did it twice in a row because Darnell Nurse makes it a 3-1 game for Edmonton. Not too long after that, the 4-on-4 going on. Draisaitl chases McNabb, gives it away to Nuge, finds Darnell Nurse, who beats Adin Hill on the blocker side. That puts the Oilers up by 2, but Vegas, they're not done. William Karlsson makes it a 1-goal game. He will absolutely find a way here. The Oilers get caught on a change. You have Eichel. He gives it to Eichel goes back to the blue line. He holds on, shoots, and then William Karlsson, great tip, right? Now, Calvin Pickard, he immediately comes out of his crease. He's like, yo, that's a high stick. Absolutely not. William Karlsson kept the puck near his shoulder level, probably just a bit below, maybe chest level. You know what I'm saying? Chest level. Sorry, I have lots of energy. William Karlsson, chest level, great deflection, and that beats Calvin Pickard through the 5-hole, 1-goal game. But Evander Kane, he's like, hey, Oilers fans, don't worry, folks. We're going to get that early lead in the 3rd period. We're going to extend it, I should say. You had Evander Kane with Nugent Hopkins, Zach Hyman centers to Evander Kane. Adin Hill gets most of it, not all of it. That puts the Oilers up by 2. However, Vegas, they would not be outdone. They are not going down without a fight. This is too good of a team to just assume that you can sit back on. Vegas gets a power play. Did not like the penalty that the Oilers took. A couple dumb penalties tonight. Eichel is just waiting. Look how long he's waiting. Look how long he's waiting for this path to open up. And for some reason, Kulak and Henrik Emberson, I don't understand. Victor Olofsson scored from that exact same spot in the 1st period. That is the player that they're trying to hit for the one-timer. That is the Draisaitl one-timer spot. What are we doing? Look how long Eichel's holding on. He's waiting. Oh my goodness, who's way over here? Who are they waiting for? Oh my God. And, it's a nice pass by Jack Eichel, obviously, but for goodness gracious, man, what are we doing here? Cover the middle of the ice. Get your stick in the lane. Nice goal by Olofsson. Nice goal by the Vegas Golden Knights. We've seen Draisaitl do that numerous times. And then Pietrangelo, he ties the game with 8 minutes left. Now, Vegas at this point in the game, I'm going to pause the Edge Visualizer. At this point in the game, Vegas was pushing. They're pushing and pushing and pushing. The Oilers, they've been kind of fumbling their lines. Look at Draisaitl's out there with Trent Frederick for some reason. Not sure what's going on here. And Adam Henrique. Puck comes across to Hanifin. He plays it over to Pietrangelo. He shoots. He scores. That beats Calvin Pickard on the right kind of pad side. Didn't quite see it all. Calvin Pickard earlier in that shift was bumped into. Looked like he was kind of off with his movement. His lateral movement wasn't great. His left leg looked like it was in pain. No penalty on the play. Got to play through it. And then in overtime, they're not going to show the Arvidsson hit into the boards or the trip that the Oilers got away with. That definitely should have been a penalty. I'm just going to be straight up here. Bouchard, hard rim, finds Perry, and then Perry finds McDavid with speed. And then Connor McDavid makes Jack Eichel look like an absolute pylon. And then he plays it across to Draisaitl, who puts it into the net. It's in and out so fast that during live speed, I legitimately thought that puck hit the post. I didn't even react properly to the goal because I did think that hit the post. I had no idea that it was even in the net. That was unbelievable. It was absolutely crazy that the Oilers were able to come out on top. They have a 2-0 series lead. Unbelievable that they were able to go into Vegas and win both games against the Golden Knights on the road. And now Vegas, they're in big trouble here. They're going into the Hornets' nest is what I call Rogers Place. The Oilers with a 2-0 series lead. Vegas has to win 4 of the next 5 games. The Oilers have an 86% chance of moving forward. Now, they play the games for a reason, right? You absolutely play the games for a reason. You cannot just assume that Edmonton is going to just win this series because they're up 2-0. The Oilers, the last time they had a 2-0 series lead, they actually lost the series. That was in 2017 to the Anaheim Ducks. And I think the Oilers have another level to hit. I think they have another, they have players that need to step up here. And I can't blame the depth. The depth has been great. Their top-end players have to be better. Their special teams especially has to get better for the Oilers. It is completely unacceptable what the special teams has been doing so far. And, they got to start converting on the power play, right? Like, if Edmonton is going to find a way to move on and go on a deep playoff run, that power play's got to get going. That power play tonight, that 5-minute power play in overtime, I thought for sure Vegas was coming out on top with the win when the Oilers did not convert. I thought the Oilers had a couple good looks, but no great looks on that power play. And the Oilers' top guns, credit to the Vegas Golden Knights, Draisaitl and McDavid, they both look a little off, and they're being checked very, very well against the Golden Knights. Now, if we take a look at some of the advanced stats here, we're going to go to Money Puck. We'll take a look at the advanced numbers, and then we're going to close things out because I know we probably all want to go to bed here. The deserve to win-o-meter was in favor of Vegas, 56.2% to 43%. At one point, it was about 70-30 in favor of Vegas. Of course, the Oilers, the looks that they had on the power play is going to skew things. If you scroll down here, well, let's scroll all the way down. Oh, my goodness. All situations, expected goals were fairly even, edge to Vegas. At 5-on-5, Vegas actually had a pretty big edge here. The Oilers did not play that well at 5-on-5. Vegas had more of the better looks, and the expected goals at 5-on-5. Corey Perry led the way for Edmonton, and look at Arvidsson. Look at Podkolzin. Look at Klingberg, Kulak, Nerd. Like all these Oilers, McDavid was below 50%. Draisaitl below 50%. Now, of course, if you go all situations, much different. Kane's up there, Draisaitl, McDavid, they have the benefit of the power play. Podkolzin and Arvidsson, of course, are just going to have to find a way to be better, even though they each had 2 points. I don't know if I agree with that. I think the eye test goes a long way here. Nugent Hopkins had 2 points for Edmonton. Wallman with a goal. Hyman an assist. Kane with a goal. Perry with an assist. And then you had Arvidsson 2 assists. Podkolzin 2 points. Nurse with a goal. Draisaitl goal. McDavid assist. Klingberg assist. Now, Ty Emerson played the least amount of everyone. 705. Podkolzin only 927. Not sure I agree with that from Chris Knobloch. I think Podkolzin deserves a little bit more ice time. And if you take a look at the goaltending, Calvin Pickard was basically even in terms of goals saved above expected. He's at negative 0.15. That is basically null in my opinion. He was right where he should be. He's making the saves he should be, and he's also making some of the saves that he shouldn't be. Now, Vegas, they did come through in that third period. They found a way to tie things up, but the Oilers are resilient. They don't go down easily. Adin Hill with negative 1.52 goals saved above expected. The Oilers get the win. I would consider it a lucky win. I think they should take that win, bank it, and hope that they come out much, much better. If they play like they did tonight in Game 3, they are not winning, right? Obviously, as an Oilers fan, I'm incredibly happy. It's great that they won tonight. They are not going to come back and win another game if they keep playing like they did tonight. Credit to the Oilers. credit to Calvin Pickard, credit to the team for digging deep. And even though they had that 2-goal lead and they gave it up in the third, they held on, right? You got to give credit. But obviously, as a fan of this team, we know they have to be better. The special teams has to be better. 5-on-5 play has to be better. Let's see if they can, figure things out. Now, before I go, I did promise a cat cam, right? I do have a mochi on my desk right now. I'm going to move the webcam. It's going to look a little silly. I'm going to take the webcam. It's going to move around, but I want everyone to say hi to Mochi. So give me 2 seconds. She looks very concerned. Poor Mochi. Hi, Mochi. How are you? Oh, she looks scared. Hi, Moch. Aw, yeah, keep rolling around, you happy girl. Obviously, Mochi is happy that the Oilers won. Now, I lost one of my lights, so it's a little bit darker. We're going to end things here. Thank you so much, Oil Country. If you liked tonight's fan reaction, make sure to smash that like button. And if you really liked it, not yet subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. We have daily content here on YouTube. I am knocking things all over the place. Oh my God, I got to calm down. I am just being absolutely reckless right now. But I can't wait until tomorrow's day after discussion. Lots to discuss. And of course, game 3 on Saturday. I will have the pregame report up Saturday morning and another live stream commentary during the evening. During the game, we had over 500 concurrent viewers tonight. Absolutely unbelievable showing on YouTube for the live stream. Thank you all so much. Make sure you tell someone that you love them. And as always, fight like a kid. Fight like Ben. Let's go, Oilers. Don't worry, folks. I'll be giving my cats lots of treats for the victory tonight. I love all of you. We'll see you soon. Take care.